I'm now joined with Dave Camwell, who is an associate professor of music at Troy University. Dave, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
My pleasure.
So, as you know, the reason we're here is you put out a video recently that showed students and other people in the jazz ensemble playing music from home. Where did you come up with that idea?
Well, when we first moved to all online teaching, some courses were pretty obvious in terms of how we were going to deliver content. Others, particularly all the ensembles in the School of Music, it was a lot less clear. I don't think we'd ever really encountered this situation before. So because I have a background in video editing, audio editing, things like that, it sort of occurred to me, sort of in a flash, hey, why don't I try this? And so I put it to the jazz band and said, hey, would you like to do this? This is a way to stay active and create some good music and have some fun with this. And it was pretty overwhelming reaction. Yeah, we want to do this. So really, it's as simple as that. I chose the chart, and we went through the steps and the process of what they needed to do on their side. Before sending all those files and information to me.
Absolutely. So I'm not a musician. I'm not even going to pretend like I am. But if I had to guess, timing and music is really important. If you hit a note at the wrong time, it ruins the song. So how did y'all pull off the video timing wise? Obviously everyone had to be in sync.
Yeah, that's a great question. And that really was the thing that took the most time. And certainly I think we work on that as well when we're all playing together as well. Time is a big thing. In some ways, there's an advantage with being able to have post-production work to move it and to craft it as needed. So essentially, this was the process. We picked a great recording of the tune that we ended up recording again in our way, Bass Straight Ahead by the Foundation Band. And I'd asked all the members of the band to play along their part with this recording on YouTube. And so they did, but of course I needed some separation. I didn't want the bass band to listen to our sound. And that's why you see, of course, everyone with headphones on or Bluetooth speakers, things like that. So we just hear them. And then basically once I had that, I was able to kind of strip out the audio from the video, and then I dealt just with the audio, and then I lined it up kind of phrase by phrase as needed. With the great bass band recording. So I used sort of like the visual stuff because I could see the waveform, and I also used my musician ears, and a combination of those two. And so they brought in one kind of 4-minute file, and each of those files, some more than others, were slightly edited as needed, just with slight shifts to make sure that they were all hidden together. Because when we have a band of 19, 20 people, it really does need to be very exact, and so that was sort of the bulk of a lot of the stuff I was able to do to put together, at least in terms of the timing aspect of it.
Yeah, it turned out really well. If you didn't know better, you would assume, I guess, that it was just live or something. So obviously with social distancing, everyone's having to limit their interactions with people, and that means for you that the jazz ensemble obviously can't meet in person. So what was it like? You've been sitting at home. I don't know what everyone collectively has been doing, but I know they haven't been playing music together. What was it like to kind of do something all together and to kind of unify through music like you typically do?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think one of the hardest things about this Corona thing is it's just kind of lonely, especially in our area. We're used to working together and really enjoying ourselves, as people socially together, and of course musically, and it really blends together in a lovely way typically. So when that's taken away, it's a pretty noticeable negative impact, especially for any performing group. So it was, I think the best things that have come from this is the feeling of, well, being a band again, making music together, even if we're doing it in a non-traditional way. And then it's also being really gratifying to see the great feedback from it, and I'm proud of the group and their individual efforts, and I'm proud of how it's come together collectively through a little bit of post-production work, and then I'm also kind of proud of how some other people are taking the lead from this and are trying to conquer this. I've had directors and musicians from all over North America contact me basically with the question, how do you do that? And so I've had 3 Zoom sessions of how to do it, and the last one, of course, I recorded, so I didn't have to have a fourth one because it takes a bit of time to explain how to do it. So yeah, and so I think now when you go on social media, you see kind of lots of similar type videos, more and more of this coming out, and I'm just quite proud that frankly we were one of the first ones, certainly in Alabama, and and we were ahead of the curve, to use modern terminology, so to speak. So yeah, it's been a great experience.
I certainly appreciate your time.
All right, thanks so much for having me.